guys, Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. I'm glad to have you all here. Send us some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need it out there today. Today, I've been wanting to make a video like this for quite a while. I'm actually going to upload like the main part of this video outside this intro here on my Watcher of Realms YouTube channel as well, because I feel like even though we're talking about Raid here, I feel like it fits this genre so well. I've been at it for 10 years on YouTube, most recently on Watcher of Realms and Raid Shadow Legends. Before that, Clash Royale, Clash of Clans. And I've learned themes throughout my journey, if you will, my content creation journey. And even though, yes, I do spend money on these games, it's not a secret or anything like that, I always like to remind people of these kind of golden rules, not to sound so, pretentious about the whole thing, but golden rules of playing games like this, right? What should you always have in the forefront, if not the back of your mind, when you're playing, whether you're frustrated, whether you're having a great time? And so this is not going to be like a Raid Shadow Legends Tips 101, but I can give you a quickie if you're looking for a tip. I just saw this. Never doing an instant upgrade to level up to plus 16 again. Never doing a plus 16, okay. And then what is he leveling all the way up? And I don't mean to throw shade at this dude. I'm sorry, man. We've all done dumb things, but...
I wanted to vanish so completely that even I would not remember me.
Dude, he quad rolled a flat stat defense on an accuracy banner, a 5-star accuracy banner, man, with no speed substats. Ah, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Anyway, I saw that when I was looking for this original post, excuse me, that kind of gave me the idea to make this video to begin with. So let's go ahead and jump into the golden rules. So this post was made by user cheap_horse 4273. So all credit where credit is due here. Again, we've been talking about quite a few of these themes for a while, but I liked how he put it all in one kind of Reddit post. So again, I'm not going to read it verbatim, but let's go through it here. The content is tough, like really tough, right? So these games, I mean, depending on how much you spend, how much time you play, it's challenging. It's going to be challenging. That's not the golden rule, by the way. We'll get to those in just a moment here. But yeah, it's going to make you feel like it's never ending, because these games, excuse me, are designed, sure, to be fun. They are, right? The developers, I've met them who make these games, and for the most part, they all want us to have a blast. They care and listen to YouTube videos, Reddit posts, and Discord, etc. They care about these games. They really do.
There it is! It's beautiful! Take your hat off, boy, that's a dollar bill!
But ultimately, the game exists to make money for Moonton to Plarium, for the developers of these games, and that goes for every developer. They're not special in that regard, right? So, in order to make money, the content has to get more and more challenging, right? It has to make you feel like you need just to spend a few dollars, and that's what these games are trying to, get you to do the entire time. Toys, in this case, Heroes or Champions, are costly, right? So, in upgrades and everything else they're trying to sell you in these damn games, they're expensive for pixels. And I know it's easy to say they're pixels. I mean, like I said, I've spent money on these games, right? But at the end of the day, it's always that you should always just pause for a moment before you spend in these games and think, A, is this really a quote-unquote value? Arguably nothing's a value, because you're paying for something you don't own. You don't even own your account in these games, right? The developer does. Technically, they can ban you any day.
We? Who's we? There is no we.
So keep that in mind, but also keep in mind, what could you be spending this money on otherwise, right? We had a whole video about this. I'm not going to belabor the point here, but we talked about setting a budget for yourself. Even if your budget's high or very low, if your budget's $1, £1, £1, €1, 1 Libra, 1 whatever, Libra's a book, Ash. Whatever it is, that's fine. Or 0, that's totally cool, right? Awkwardly and oddly, and the big deep dark secret of these games, and I guess golden rule number 1 is you can enjoy this game, and I gotta repeat this because it's so freaking important for all of you guys to hear and digest. You can enjoy this game the same whether you're spending $1,000 a day or whether you're spending $0 a day. Not 1, 0. Right? That's it. It's just true. It's true. The enjoyment doesn't come. There's no correlation with enjoyment and advancement in these games. Let me repeat again. There's no correlation between advancement, progression, and enjoyment in these games, right? I guess In the very beginning, when content is like, gate kept behind levels and stuff like that, you can make a case there is. But once you're into the meat and potatoes of these games, the game's gonna be what the game is. You're gonna be doing it. You're running a team. Whether it's a more difficult level of the dungeon or not is not really going to affect your enjoyment.
We both know that's a lie.
Next, novelty is a carrot. Basically, he's saying new content comes with new toys to sell. Some toys are designed just right to beat the new content, while along with other cheaper toys that are designed for the lower of difficulty, beating the odd of the old content. Basically, with new updates and new content, it becomes new opportunities for them to sell you more toys in this case, right? There is no arms race. This is rule number 2, golden rule number 2. This is the one that I talk about the most on these channels, but I have to talk about it again here. This is super important in these games, guys. There is no arms race. Even if there's an arena in these games, which there are, right? You don't get anything. How much money does the #1 player in Watcher of Realms or Raid Shadow Legends make at the end of a successful month, right? Successful week, season, whatever it is?
Hey, fellas! Look what I found in my pocket! Look! A year's salary!
0. They make 0. How much has the #1 most winning player in all of Raid Shadow Legends or Watcher of Realms gotten from all their celebrity? Massive athletic achievement here, And I'm not even poking fun, man. It's fun. It can be satisfying to get new PBs and beat other people. And don't get me wrong. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm just saying, what is the economic value of that? Nothing, right? Okay, so that's cool. What about the names? Can you tell me the names of the top 5 players last season in these games? What is the recognition of being #1 in this game? Do they name a server after you? Do they name a character after you? Nope. They don't do that. They only do that for people that they pay $1 million+ to name a character after them that are other creators that don't even play this game. Those are the people they're paying $1 million to turn into a character, not the person who finished #1 inside last season. So what does this all mean? It means that, again, it goes back to the enjoyment of these games, because ultimately it's a game, right? So to enjoy yourself in these games has nothing to do with beating the other people in this game. It's all an inner thing, right? You're sitting there with your phone or you're on your PC and you're just enjoying yourself. The day that you start comparing yourself to a player that's better or have spent more than you in these games is the day that you lose and the developer wins. Okay? So even if you're going to spend because you want to pay a shortcut to make an exchange. Time for money, right? So, hey, I don't want to grind for 10 hours. I'll spend $10, right? Do it for that reason. Do it to save your most, cherished resource, your time, okay? But don't do it because X, Y, or Z is better than you, because ultimately you'll end up like Mac Chan, another awesome YouTuber, great guy. He quit this game after spending whatever, hundreds of thousands of dollars over years or whatever, tens of thousands. And then he quit because he felt like he just couldn't compete with the best players out there. Dude, you should be the best player. You spent what's equivalent to buying a home on this game, on your phone. You should be the best player, There is no winning. It's not an arms race. That's golden rule number 2. And golden rule number 3, guys, it really encompasses both of these next 2 points, or actually all 3. The best way is to say to have fun, right? But, how do you have fun, right? We get it, to have fun. Well, we build factories to prepare for new content, and we set our carrot and we patiently build towards it. Oh, that sounds so enthralling when you put it that way, but it's true, right? That's how you have it. I mean, listen, there's other ways to have fun, obviously, right? Unlocking a new hero or champion is fun in these games, absolutely, but it's not the be-all, end-all, right? Because odds are the champions that you had, the characters that you had, they're going to be fun. Ultimately, guys, I love the idea of just setting goals for yourself, not comparing to others. Just set goals for yourself, right? And if you don't make them, who the hell cares, right? It's a game. It's only a game. At the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun. And if you do make those goals, fantastic. What is this? Build factories. Basically, You want to build resource factories in these games, right? Resources, and that could be anything's a resource in these games, right? But can you speed farm faction wars or faction trials? Can you speed farm every Doom Tower boss? Can you speed farm dungeons with max difficulty, with fodders, with doing food at the same time, right? Is your gear really good for real? So set little goals for yourself along the way and try to optimize your teams, whether you're in the beginning or the middle or the end of these games, whether you're free to play or a big spender in these games. Just get enjoyment out of the min-maxing of your champions and heroes and teams, right? And experiment, have fun. Don't always go for the meta champions. If you can't get a hero that's attached to a very difficult event, don't sweat it. Who cares? No one cares. No one cares. It's all about having fun. I want to stop. Don't click off yet, because I want to read you a comment that I just read, not on this Reddit post, but on another one. But it encompasses when everything can go wrong, and if you don't follow the 3 golden rules, what's going to happen to you? All right, guys, it's this guy, okay? So again, just like I said before, guys, I don't mean any hate or shade or anything by this. I mean, they put it up publicly. I apologize, but I got to use this guy as an example, right? He says, I quit about 2 weeks ago after 4 years of playing Raid. I felt like I got my life back on track. Subconsciously, my daily schedule wrapped itself into the game. Oh, clan boss reset. Oh, Hydra keys. Clan versus clan. I went back to playing Destiny 2, enjoyed it, just pick it up without feeling like I'm missing something if I'm not logging in for a day or two. Don't want to talk bad about Raid. It has its ups and downs, provided entertainment over the years. Everything has its conclusion. You just have to decide when it's time to move on. Okay, so man, I mean, no hate, absolutely. I don't even have to give that preface because frankly, I mean, it's well written and it's honest, right? So hats off to him. I'm happy that he's happy, truthfully, but you don't want to get to this point, right? You don't want to get to the point if you don't follow the 3 golden rules, man. As cheesy and corny, as stupid as that sounds, I shouldn't even call them the golden rules, but whatever, right? If you don't follow those rules in these sort of games, guys, you're going to be miserable. This is going to feel like a chore. It's going to start feeling like a chore to you. You're going to be subconsciously setting your entire life up around Raid and Watcher or Raid. They're both great games. I actually really love both of these games. I love these communities. For better or for worse, we complain, we enjoy things, we hate these games, we love these games. But ultimately, there's something about them that is fun. There's also something about them plays on maybe the most susceptible and vulnerable parts of human nature. And if you don't have these obvious things in your head, I got a comment on the last video I made like this, and they're like, why are you even saying this? This is obvious, man. I feel like if you don't mention it, and maybe I'm stupid, maybe I don't need to do this, maybe I'm just wasting your time, and I apologize if you made it this far, then golly, thanks for chilling with me for a little bit, I guess. But maybe I don't have to make these videos. But I think it's my conscience, honestly. I really mean that. It's my guilty conscience. I feel like I have to make videos like this because I do sit here and I spend and I summon and I open shards and all this stuff, you know? I feel like without making content like this alongside that stuff, I worry that people will be miserable, you know, and be comparing themselves to someone like me, a content creator out there. So anyway, guys, that's it. I've said enough. Much love. Thank you for watching. And as always, take care, guys.